What is up, guys? 10VivMan here, bringing you another exciting Black and White 2 Wi-Fi battle. This is an RU game that I had on my good buddy Clucknadus. He's at his own YouTube channel, but he's more famous on Facebook for having a pretty awesome fan page. But anywho, now looking at his team, it's obviously Hail. There's a Snover there, and I tried using the team I've been using on PS, and it works pretty well. The one thing this team does struggle with, though, is Hail. So it's going to be an interesting game for sure, because, you know, I've got some pretty big threats to Hail, namely Typhlosion, and you know, Absol's is pretty decent. Kabutops isn't bad either. But, you know, Amoonguss, Druddigon, and Rotom kind of struggle with it, I guess. But without further ado, actually, no, let me go over his threats real quick. Rotom Frost is a threat. Nidoqueen's a humongous threat. And Chinchino's a threat. And then, you know, screw it. Let's just go with this. Let's get this battle started. You know, figuring Typhlosion is probably my best lead because barring one Pokemon, I can Eruption against anything, and it'll do a humongous chunk to anything. But, Typhlosion, of course, my favorite Pokemon. It specs. It can do a lot of work to anything pretty much on his team, as he is going to lead off with the Snover just to get his Hail up. There's no other, you know, permanent weather starters in RU, so why not? Now, he's going to use Protect to scout and to see what exactly I want to lock myself into. I'm going to lock myself into Eruption because, lo and behold, I want the Snover dead just because it's a Snover and it's annoying. And I'm an idiot because I completely forget that he has Rapidash on his team's second turn. And, yeah, I stay in and go for the Eruption again. So that's just fine and dandy. You get the Flash Fire boost. And then I make an even stupider play on the following turn. You know, considering he's most likely banded. And I go into my Druddigon thinking, oh, yeah, I can take that. No problem because I'm an offensive free attack Druddigon. I can take a choice-baited Flash Fire Boost and Flare Blitz. No problem. It's not going to be a 2-hit KO. Not at all. Not even close. I mean, come on. But, it's an easy 2-hit KO. Easily. And I'm like, well, shoot, that kind of sucks. So definitely my better play would have been to go into my Kabutops first, you know, quickly, because that's pretty much obvious. Nothing on my team really wanted to take a Flare Blitz, but I stupidly go into Druddigon thinking I could take it a lot better, and yeah, that's not the case. And I figure a Sucker Punch isn't going to KO from that range, so I've got to bring out my Kabutops just to do, just to absorb the Flare Blitz, which I know I can take well since it's a quad resist, and I take it pretty damn well. I mean, you know, it's pretty awesome, but I'm going to get my weak armor boost, which, you know, lowers my defense, gets me a +1 speed, which is amazing. You know, I can outspeed almost everything on his team now. The only issue I have is I figure it's most likely that his Rotom is Scarfed. So that's an issue because I cannot outspeed that, and that kind of sucks. So he's going to bring out his Sand Slash. I really don't know what he was expecting. I don't know if he was predicting Stone Edge, but I'm going to go straight for the Stab Waterfall because it'll do a huge chunk to anything that tries to come in. And this is a Life Orb. It's a Sword Dance, Rapid Spin, Life Orb, Kabutops. Kind of a standard set, but that's going to almost knock out the Sand Slash in one shot. But unfortunately, he's going to even live with Hail and stuff, so that kind of sucks. But not too big of a deal because I can easily KO this Sand Slash next turn. I figure this Sand Slash is most likely his Stealth Rocker and his Rapid Spinner, so getting that thing out of the way is a huge attribute. That's awesome. Get that thing out of the way. Now, I believe now he's going to go into his, after all the Hail damage and stuff, he's going to go into his Rotom. And, yeah, Rotom Frost is a threat in Hail. Let me tell you right now. And if I don't get my rocks up, this thing is going to completely destroy me. So I've got to do some careful planning here. But he's going to Volt Switch and destroy my Kabutops. I really didn't want to switch out because Kabutops is pretty much useless at this point. So that's that. He's going to Volt Switch out into his Nidoqueen, I believe. Now, unfortunately for me, I really have nothing for Nidoqueen whatsoever. Now, I can bring out my Typhlosion. I can bring out my, Amoonguss. And, no, the issue is I have, again, nothing to take a hit. But I figure Amoonguss could probably take one hit, even though it's a Blizzard. It's Sheer Force Life Orb Boost, but it isn't Stab. So I figure I can take one. I can't. Amoonguss, you're a tank. It lives with 97. I'm able to put Nidoqueen to sleep, which is a pretty big deal. And gets him out of commission, which is pretty darn nice, for the time being anyway. But he really has no business switching out because Amoonguss can't really touch it. And, yeah, that kind of sucks. But I'm pretty much forced to switch here. Now, I could have gone into my Typhlosion, but I figure it's either now or never. I go into my Druddigon, and I'm going to try to get those Stealth Rocks up, because if I don't, I'm pretty much screwed. Considering the fact that Rotom Frost can just come in with impunity, and Cinccino can come in with impunity, and just continue to wreak havoc and destroy me. So my best bet is going for the Stealth Rocks. I mean, I could go for Earthquake here, and I mean, luckily for me, he actually stays asleep the second turn, which is huge. I needed that so badly, and got to get those Stealth Rocks up. They're here to stay. There's no way he can blow those away, which is great. Just freaking amazing. Druddigon, thank you for, being reliable and stuff. So if he stays asleep for another turn, I can get up a nice hit on it of an Earthquake. Fortunately for me, he does wake up, which is kind of to be expected. Sleep, I mean, even though it's a crippling status, it does not last as long as one might assume. It really doesn't. You're lucky if you get a 2-turn sleep, to be honest. I mean, jeez. But it's just going to take me out of a blizzard. And, yeah, I've got to bring up my Typhlosion because this thing can threaten Nidoqueen straight off the bat. Now, he was contemplating going into his Rapidash here, but no, he was fearing to be predicting going for the Focus Blast. So, he figured Nidoqueen could easily take that. But no, I want this Nidoqueen dead because it's a threat. Down that Nidoqueen goes to the Eruption, which is freaking amazing. So that's just awesome stuff. So, but now he's going to bring out Cinccino, which, of course, is going to outspeed my Typhlosion. So I've got to switch out, and, yeah, that kind of sucks. Going to go into my Amoonguss, pretty much his death fodder at this point because it doesn't serve much of a purpose anymore. He's going to go for the Rock Blast. Now, I really didn't know. Look at how little that does. I don't know if that's banded or scarf damage, to be honest. I kind of figured for a long time this thing was actually scarfed. And it's kind of weird. I think I really don't know. I think he's scarfed, but it might be banded damage. I really don't know. But it's still kind of crazy. But the 5 hits not going to do enough to take me out. But it's just going to go for another Rock Blast and finish me off from this point. I think it gets a crit on the first one. Doesn't matter at all because, 5 hits would have easily taken me out. I mean, even from 100 HP, it's going to take 3 hits to knock me out, which is pretty cool. But now I can bring out, after, he gets hit by hail, I can bring out my Absol and threaten this thing of a Sucker Punch. Now, I did not want to overpredict here. I mean, it was way too dangerous. Cinccino can easily destroy me, so I've got to go for the Sucker Punch here. He's going to bring out a Snover, and, Sucker Punch is obvious, so it's not going to do anything. I mean, getting those rocks was also huge for Snover. Most Snovers are Focus Sash, so that's pretty nice. But, now, I actually run Fire Blast on this Absol. Reason being, you may think, oh, Fire Blast on Absol, what the hell are you doing? It hits Steelix and Tangrowth. Those things wall Absol pretty hard, even Steelix wall Superpower. So Fire Blast is a great way to OHKO and 2 KO those respectively. So, yeah, that's why I did that. So, now Rapidash comes in fearing the Fire Blast, and, yeah, that's going to happen again. So that's the second time I've given this Rapidash a Flash Fire Boost. But who cares? He's not going to die to hail, which is crazy. He's got a little sliver left. But I'm going to be able to take this thing out with a Stab Sucker Punch. Doesn't really matter. He's probably got like 1 HP left anyway. So down there goes that Rapidash, which is freaking great. And, Absol is definitely the biggest threat to him right now. But now he's going to bring back out the Rotom Frost. Now, I don't know if a Sucker Punch will kill from this range. It might, but I'm fearing the Trick here. And I do not want to take a Trick and risk, get rid of my Life Orb so I can't KO this Rotom anymore. So I'm just going to bring up my Typhlosion fearing the Trick. I don't care if Typhlosion's Trick, but he actually he ends up going straight for the Blizzard. And it doesn't do enough to 2 KO me, which is pretty nice. I don't think a second Blizzard would 2 KO. But he's going to withdraw and pretty much just going to bring out a Snover to sack it at this point. Now, I could have gone for the Eruption again, but, I mean, he could have brought out Cinccino because fearing the Eruption. Because 3 things on his team don't want to take, or 2 things don't want to take an Eruption. Snover would die to an Eruption no matter what. But down goes that Snover finally, thanks to a Fire Blast. And, yeah, Typhlosion's still here, striking pretty and stuff. Now, he goes into Cinccino, and he makes a pretty questionable play. He knows I have Rotom, I assume, so he's going to go for the Tail Slap, and I figure he's choiced. I mean, looking from that damage, he's got to be freaking Scarf. That's not doing enough to be banded at all. It really isn't. But, and he's not Life Orb or anything. Actually, now that I think that he could be King's Rock, but if he was, he would have switched up his moves here, but that's not the case. So, I'm going to go into my Rotom because, you know, I'm immune to the tail slap. So I figure, you know what I can do is I can just set up a free sub because he's, you know, you can't touch me at all. So I'm going to set up a substitute on the Rotom Frost, my compadre, my companion, my everything. Oh, I love you, Frieza man, you're the best. But he's just going to take up my sub with a Blizzard, and I'm going to be able to smack him with a Stab, Life Orb, Shadow Ball, which, to my surprise, Rotom Frost is bulky. Okay, it's the same stat total as Rotom Wash, but I actually take it out from that range, which is crazy. So Rotom, you're a monster. I mean, holy crap! I can't believe you took out your bigger, a little bit, I guess, better alternative orb. So that's pretty cool. But he's gonna bring out his last Pokemon now, which is the Chinchino. I'm down to 2 myself. I'm down to my Rotom and my Absol, and he's just gonna take out my Rotom with a Rock Blast, which is fine. I mean, I think it takes 4 hits, which isn't bad. Rotom's a little bit bulkier than I thought, but yeah, it's gonna take me out of a 4-hit Rock Blast, which is fine. And but it's pretty much my game. Reason being, he's locked in the Rock Blast. I can bring out my Absol, and I can just simply Sucker Punch him for the win. So, guys, that will be the very narrow 1-0 in my favor, which is pretty freaking awesome. It was a really good game, Clucknadus, and, yeah, that was fun. So, good game, man, and, yeah, I'm glad to have an RU game up on my channel. So I don't usually, I like to play RU, but I don't play it enough. So, but that was a pretty fun game. Well, that's about it. So, yeah, that's it. So I'll shut up. I'll leave a comment. I'll leave a link to his channel and probably his fan page in the description as well because it's more popular for his fan page. But, you know the deal. Rate, comment, sub, and as always, later, guys.